Stream! Hello, hope you're all having a good weekend. I've been having a great weekend, personally. Hope we're all doing well. Happy Saturdays. It's Saturday. Oh my god, it's already Saturday, which means that I am one step closer to going back to work. Oh god, that's really gonna suck. Anyway, hope you're all doing well. Hi, hello, and welcome on in, however you may be listening. So the plan for today is a more Nayuta. Can't put it down, but gonna be a bit of a shorter stream today. So I don't really want to go over. I want to say 3 hours. 3 hours feels like a good spot for me personally. To end a stream. So the plan is to do our usual. We're going to go through what we did last time. Chapter 3, we'll go through. We'll talk about everything that I loved. This was chapter 3 was probably, I think, my favorite chapter of the game. It's either that or the prologue. It's pretty close, but I think chapter 3 takes it just because at this point I've had more time to sit with the characters, right, and enjoy everything that's happening within the game after the characters have been properly developed. Thank you very much, What the Foe. Hopefully it'll be a good stream. But yeah, so the plan is to do our usual story discussion, and then we'll jump into the actual game itself. And we're not gonna do the whole chapter unless the chapter is really short. I think we'll do, we'll get through kind of like the introduction of the chapter, and we'll go through some of the side stuff. We're gonna get to the point where I think we're ready to start doing the new world, or maybe that might be a bit too much. Maybe we do a little bit of side quests, and we're getting to the point now where we're ready to start the kind of the new season, right, of the old world. So that would be Heimdall for us. So yeah, we'll see. We'll play it by ear. I don't want to go too long today. My throat's a bit sore, and I'm already feeling a bit fatigued from the first week of streaming. So anyway, that's what we're gonna do. So let's not waste that much more time into it. Oh, and really quickly, one last thing. I did do the Star Royale event last night. It was very fun. It was very cute, and it was pretty short. Shorter than what I expected. The YouTube video that I found online, the event seemed to be of 45 minutes. I wanted to say it really was like 20 minutes. So we probably could have done it live on stream. So my bad. It is what it is, right? So, but anyway, we're gonna do our usual. Let me switch over to our watching videos overlay. So, chapter 3. So the chapter starts off with giving us instantly what I think most of us want, which is what the hell happened to Earth, right? Like the chapter 2 ends and basically everything is gone to shit. Creha has woken up right at the end of chapter 2. She has amnesia though, so what the fuck's going on with that, right? And at the same time, Eartha has fallen ill. She's collapsed on the ground, and this chapter instantly gives us a look at what happened after. Effectively, we learn that Eartha is in a coma, which is not good. That's probably as bad as you could get to death, as you could get, but she's alive at the very least. And Dr. Heidel is obviously here, assisting Nayuta with taking care of Eartha, and he talks through about her having the abyss disease, which is a disease that we've heard before, and effectively it's an illness that slowly deteriorates at the person's overall well-being until eventually it just straight up kills them. And we learn from Heidel himself that Eartha has had this disease for a while. And that was actually a big shock to me because I thought that Eartha was obviously ill, right? It was teased to us when she coughed that one time in the company with Lyra, I think. And so we knew something was going to happen with that. But what I didn't know what was going to happen was that Eartha was going to have had this disease for an extended period of time to the point that she's had it for, at the very least, I think 4 months because she contracted the disease when Nayuta left Fort Saint Elysiae. When Nayuta left Remnant Isle, she contracted this disease, and she didn't tell him. she decided to keep it to herself. And you can see Nayuta's reaction here is it's a bit extreme, right? It's a bit, I wouldn't say harsh, but it definitely feels a bit, what's the word? Betrayed? No, I don't want to say betrayed. He's upset that he wasn't told. But Eartha, and let's go ahead and move on to the scene where she wakes up, right? Eartha basically tells Nayuta, like, hey, I'm sorry that I didn't tell you, but I knew that if I did tell you, you would stop at nothing to make sure that I'm okay. You would come right back home. Even after leaving Remnant Isle for St. Alicia, you would come right back home. You would drop everything that you cared about in life in order to take care of me, and I didn't want that. And honestly, she's probably right here. Nayuta is the type of person, and we actually later see it right after this. He gets tunnel vision. He can't think about anything else besides taking care of his sister, which also makes sense, right? Neither of them are doing anything in the wrong here, I feel like. Eartha said, hey, I'm not going to tell my little brother because this is a big, a very important time of his life, a big moment in his life, and I want him to focus on it. And Nayuta basically says, hey, this is my sister. This is the only family I have left. Nothing else matters, right? And you kind of get it from both of the perspectives. So Eartha tells Nayuta the truth, right? He finds out about everything. They have a very emotional conversation here where they kind of you can kind of feel just how important these two are to one another. It's a relationship that has been established from the very start of the series, right? Nayuta and Eartha, but this is the very first time they lean into this relationship dynamic. And I love it. Eartha is very clearly a very important character, right? If she gets introduced early, she has a character arc. She's got direct relations with the main character, right? If you had to name the most important characters in the game, right? It's our main cast, right? It's Nayuta, it's Noi, it's Creha, it's Signa, and then it's the antagonist, right? After you name most of the main cast, Eartha is probably number one most important character in the game, right? Who else is more important? Maybe Lyra, I guess. Like Lyra and Eartha are definitely the characters that are more important after you name the obvious. And this game finally decides to, take advantage of the relationship that's developed with Eartha and Knight. And it's really, I really love this scene. It's the character art of Eartha lying in bed adds a lot to this scene. And one thing that really, so this is something that I will harp on a lot when we do story discussions like this. When you have character models of some kind or character art, basically, whenever you're displaying your characters to your audience, right? Being able to very minutely and granularly change the expressions of your characters is imperative. It is extremely important. It's one of the many reasons why anime is my preferred storytelling medium slash genre. Look at this, right? Eartha right here, she's obviously very weak, but at the very least she looks healthy. She looks like we've seen her throughout the game. But her expression immediately changes. It's a very small detail, but it added so much to the experience for me. Seeing her expression go from, normal Eartha to me to a very obviously concerned, emotional, and weak Eartha. This is a very vulnerable Eartha that we see. We've never seen her like this before. And seeing that expression change from one shot to the other really drives in how how emotional this is for her and how emotional this is for Nayuta. And how they both know how emotional this is for one another, right? So really, really great scene here. This honestly did. Eartha was already one of my favorite characters. This shot her up the ranks. This was amazing. Anyway, she goes back to sleep. Basically, Heidel says that he's gonna keep taking care of her. He's gonna do whatever he can to make sure that she is as healthy and as rested as possible. But that curing her is pretty much impossible because we have to get something called Upina herbs. They're the only known cure for abyss disease. The problem is we don't have any. We don't know where they are. And most importantly, Dr. Heidel himself states, I don't have any. I don't know where they are. So not only does Nayuta, like it makes sense that Nayuta has no idea where Yupina herbs would be. He's just a 15-year-old kid, right? But Dr. Heidel, who has probably treated and seen patients who have contracted abyss disease multiple times, he has no idea how to get his hands on the only cure for this disease. That's bad. That immediately tells us, oh God, this is not something that's gonna go away soon, right? Anyway, we get another round of the village, right? Naita goes, you can talk to everyone in the village and kind of get a sense of how, everyone feels about Eartha being sick. Let me tell you, it's not good. Everyone is extremely concerned, depressed. I think one thing that they really did a good job here, and let me see if we can find it. Okay, so it looks like they're not. This video isn't showing. Okay, well, we'll stop here. One thing that this video doesn't show, but that I really appreciated is while you're going through the village, right, through Remnant Isle, and you're talking to everyone, there's actually some visitors to the island. I think the name of one is Pishia, and the other one is Holoro. Well, we'll get those names straight eventually. But they're basically two young girls, two aspiring artists who have come to visit the island in hopes of getting inspiration for their work, right? And one thing that really sells the gravitas of this situation is that these two people who have no connection to the island, they're like, why is everyone depressed? Why is everyone sad? I don't know what's going on. It's very obvious to these people that have never been to Remnant Isle before that things are not good. That things you know, are in a state of catastrophe to some extent, and that every islander on Remnant Isle is depressed and concerned for Eartha. Again, just minor details like that really add to the impact of a scene. Anyway, we get to the museum, right? We start talking to Caleb and to Volans, and effectively, Naita explains that, Eartha has the abyss disease and he wants information on Upina herbs. And Volan and Caleb pull out this book. I think it was like the Great History of. I mean, it's probably, yeah. Here we go. The Great Book of Natural History, and they start going through the book. And effectively, what Volans tells Naita is exactly what he doesn't want to hear. Which I think Naita has already suspected what Volans is about to tell him, and we've already suspected what Volans is about to tell us, and that's that the Upina herb, the only known cure for the abyss disease, is extinct. There is no more left in this world. It was officially recorded in what seems to be a very official piece of literature. So, effectively, the game is telling us, hey, Eartha is going to fucking die. And that is a big shock to not only us as the player, but Naito. But you really see him that he's up until this extent, he's obviously been affected. He's upset, but he's taking it somewhat well. But after this knowledge, Naita really becomes a bit tunnel vision. You can tell that after he learns that the Upina herbs are not readily available, in fact, they're not available at all, he starts to panic a little. He starts to get tunnel vision. He starts to start running around and gets reckless, and it's sad to see, um, because we've seen Naita be defeated before, right? When Signa leaves at the end of chapter one, we see him be vulnerable, but it's only for a small fleeting moment, right? And it's a moment of vulnerability that is not combined with panic. This certainly is panic, and it's an extended moment of vulnerability. This is the first real time, I think, in the game that our main character is being tested. And you can see that he's handling. Oh, so here's Pishia and Holoro, I think. And if you talk to them, you kind of learn about how the island is very depressed, and again, adds to the impact of the scene. Anyway, so you go through, you talk to the village, and let's see, let's fast forward here. You get this is actually a really nice scene. I really like this piece of dialogue between Naita and Ursa. Ursa is obviously one of the main villagers in Remnant Isle, and for the most part, she's been mostly unimportant up until now. But if you talk to her during this section of the game, you get a nice little bonding moment between her and Naita, where we've known that Ursa has a sister and that she's very concerned about her sister, and Nayuta obviously is going through something right now, and Ursa comforts him, and Nayuta comforts Ursa, and it's a nice exchange of dialogue. This is the reason I say that you should always talk to NPCs and Falcom games. And if you're playing Trails, if you're playing East, if you're playing Nayuta, if you're playing anything of modern Falcom, I would suggest you talk to NPCs because you get moments like this that really add to your experience of the game. Anyway, you get into another one of my favorite scenes. Anything involving Creha is another one of my favorite scenes. So basically, Nayata realizes that running around in his world isn't going to do anything. His only hope is to find potentially. This is not a certainty. He does not know this, right? This is his only hope is to go to Terra, right, and find the Upina herbs there. That's his only chance to get his hands on Upina herbs. So he goes back to the Garden of Stars, right, where he is looking for Noi, because Noi, up until this point, has been his partner in crime, right? Noi is the one that he trusts. Noi is the one that he's developed a relationship with. He basically comes into the Garden of Stars and he's panicking. He's Noi. Where's Noi? I have to tell Noi something. We have to do something, and we have to do it quickly. But Noi is not around. And instead, he comes face to face with Creha, who has just woken up, right? And he starts basically telling her everything. And you can kind of see this is where you see the panic, right? This is where you see the cracks in Nayuta's composure. He starts to ramble. He starts to speak a bit, quickly a bit, and you can tell that he's short of breath, right? And it's an amazing scene because talked about this before. Naita and Kreha to me have a very natural connection, an almost spiritual connection. Whether or not it's going to be important to narrative, I don't know. They could have no narrative connection whatsoever beyond the fact that they're main characters, right? But to me, just their personalities, the people they are, their seemingly goals in life, I feel like have this really strong natural connection and chemistry. And this scene again highlights that. So Naita is obviously, you know, telling look at his expression here. Like this sells everything to me as the player. And again, really if you're a developer or you're a creator of some kind and you're creating a game, especially a story focused game, you really want to have your character models and your character art be able to you know give varied and expressive expressions, because this just adds so much to the scene for me. This really shows how panicked and worried he is about Eartha, and rightfully so, right? Dialogue obviously adds on to the scene as well. He's you can tell, and we you can tell, and Creha can tell that Naita is not okay. So he starts to spiral further and further. Creha does one of my favorite things up until this point in the game. She hugs him. And, on the surface, I think a lot of people, including myself, are like, ooh, Creha hugged Nayuta, right? The ship is sailing. The ship is sailing, right? And I do, I am someone who would ship Nayuta and Creha. I think they're cute. But yeah, beyond that, you quickly realize that this isn't just ship tease. It isn't just ha 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 Naita X it's Kreha moment. It's a real moment of development for this character dynamic. this really shows you how much Creha cares about people and how benevolent she is and how considerate she is. She immediately, without knowing Naita very well, immediately recognizes that he is not okay. He is in pain. He is he needs some form of help. And she doesn't know what to do. She has amnesia, right? She doesn't know what she's capable of. She doesn't even know where she is, right? The only thing she knows at this current moment of time are her natural instincts, right? Her body just moving on her own. And she acts on those instincts and she moves to embrace him, to comfort him, to let him know that he's not alone in this, that she understands his pain and that she wants to make sure that he's okay as well. And yeah, it felt like the right thing to do. Yeah, absolutely. This is pure feeling for her. She doesn't know the extent of the relationship that she has with Nayata or if they had a relationship at all, right? She doesn't even know if this is an okay thing to do within her world or his world. But it felt like she needed to do this to comfort him. And Nayata's reaction here really adds to everything here, right? So his expression changes again. He closes his eyes. He kind of moves his head down. He thinks a little. He thinks a little, and he relaxes his arms and just leans into the embrace. And it really goes to show how much pain he was in, especially afterwards, where you get this piece of dialogue here. He was crying. This poor boy, this boy that has gone through so much since the start of this game. Nayata has been mostly optimistic and hopeful throughout this entire game, but he has gone through a lot, right? You start the game, he gets back to Remnant Isle, his home, this giant ruin falls. These antagonistic figures come out as he meets this random fairy, right? He immediately follows this fairy to another world, right? In this other world, things are bad. Things are not going well. These antagonistic figures are seemingly trying to disrupt the ecosystem and weather of this world, potentially destroy it. Who knows? And then and his best friend um, are overwhelmed by everything that's happening in this new world, right? There's this girl, Creha, who's sleeping in this flower bed. There's multiple continents, right? This is lost heaven, right? Supposedly, Nayata achieves his dream, achieves his goal within the first 5 hours of the game. Um, and he's overwhelmed, and then Signa, after all the events in chapter one, his best friend, brother figure leaves. He's on his own. Immediately after that, he has to then continue to take care of the issues in the world of Terra. And then at the end of chapter two, his sister collapses with a potentially fatal disease. Like, things have been pretty insane for Nayata, but he's kept a brave face throughout it all. But because of Creha and because of the embrace that she gave him, you can kind of feel that Nayata, for the first time, finally takes the moment to cry, to relax, to decompress, to kind of come to terms with it all, to come to terms with everything that's happening. It's an amazing scene. It's so much more than just ship tease between our two main characters, right? This isn't just okay, we have our hero, we have our heroine, and we should make them hug, right? Because ship, right? No, this is a genuine scene that I think does a lot for these two characters. Anyway, so Noi comes back. We kind of get through a little bit of plot dialogue, right? Basically saying like, "Oh God, Earth is not okay. We have to do something about it," right? And we use the Ashlam to find where Upina herbs could potentially be. And coincidentally, very coincidentally, they're in the same place as Zex and Signa are in right now. So we're off to this new world called Heinlein. Creha's gonna stay behind, right? And so before we go to this new world, we free Erislet. She gives us a new power. But I think one of the cool things about this scene in particular that I would definitely want to address is this moment right here. So I'm glad that I clicked on it. Seemingly, even though Nayata and Noi have come so far together, there are still things that she can't tell him. There are still secrets that she's keeping from Nayata. And that she states particularly that, you know, she's sorry and that she wishes that she could tell him, but that he Obviously she has her reasons, and Nayuta assures her that hey, it's okay. We gotta focus on the matter at hand. You can tell me when you're ready. I think this is a nice scene that goes to show how much these two relationship has developed, because it has, right? For they've spent an entire chapter pretty much alone together. So we free Erislet, and we do a lot of side quests. We go through the worlds, and we start going through the third world. Right, this is Heim. We get to the point where they find Upina herbs, and I honestly wasn't expecting this. I'm not sure why. I probably should have, but it's a big gut punch, right? Because they finally find the herbs. They're real. They exist. Nayuta is able to actually get these herbs and bring them back to his world, but they're dead. They're not gonna do jack shit. And you can tell that this moment for him is really, yeah, this is a tough moment for him. He's he's fought all the way here. He's held on to hope that potentially in this world that he's unfamiliar with, the cure for his sister's fatal disease is here, and he finds it, but it's too late. There's there's nothing he can do. The herbs are dead. And his reaction here obviously sells it. He starts to spiral again, right? But thankfully, Noise here, and she tells him, hey, if we get the Master Gear back, we can obviously change the climate, and maybe if we change the climate, these herbs will be brought back to life, or they will regrow again, right? Exactly. So again, the focus aligns with the overall narrative focus. We have to go to the temple. We have to get the Master Gear back and stop Zex and the Masked Man, and maybe potentially find Signa. And at the same time, we will maybe be able to get our Upina herbs. Anyway, we get an amazing scene, an awesome scene. I was actually really wondering about this because up until this point, we've been introduced to both of our antagonists, right? But the only one that's gotten a lot of focus has been Zex, right? Zex has gotten a lot of focus. He supposedly is a main antagonist, right? We at this point we know that he is the same Surzext, the original founder of the people of Mythos, right? Which adds a lot of complex narrative to his character. But we haven't gotten pretty much anything from the other antagonist, which is the Masked Man. But now we do. We get a scene where right before entering the temple, Naita and Noi confront the Masked Man. And effectively, he taunts them, right? He's like, your efforts don't really amount to much. I'm not sure why you're doing this. I don't understand. But at the very least, you know, I'm going I'm going to clash swords with you. And he also taunts Nayata by bringing up Signet as well. And we finally get his name, which is Salam El Ordine, which, for those of you who have played Trails, right, or at the very least Trails of Cold Steel, Ordine is a familiar name to you all, right? I don't know any connection that I see in this game to the world of Zemeria, right? It's something to me, right? Anyway, so we get introduced to Salam. Um, and Noi starts freaking the fuck out. Basically, yeah, you can see her reaction, and we've gotten already hints to this as the antagonist's goal, but they want to seemingly restore the world to its quote unquote true form. We don't know what that means. The antagonists obviously know what that means. We'll see what that actually you know means in the overall narrative. But then he effectively goes away. And Noi starts to freak out because she recognizes this name, and we get the reveal that not only is he a legendary people of Mythos, but he is the other person who was supposed to be sleeping besides Creha in the Garden of Stars, and that the reason why the flower bed was empty beside Creha was because Salam obviously has been working with Zext. And it just adds more weight to the perspective of the antagonist that this isn't Zex, going out on his own, being a vigilante, this is true people of Mythos who are, doing this to the world of Terra. So potentially, are they the ones that are right? Who knows, right? Their methods, at the very least, are pretty harsh. So we go through the temple. Temple's really fun. I think. Well, the temple itself is good. I want to say, out of all the temples that we've done up until now, I think the temple of Reeswold was probably my favorite. But the boss fight of this temple was awesome. The I think it was Crabfalter. It was really, really, really fun. You also get this brief scene here that I think could maybe be important later, of a mural that apparently the people of Mythos created within the temple, showing star energy, the source of our life, and two seemingly people of Mythos, kind of handling the said star energy. This could be Creha, this could be Salam, who knows? But anyway, we fight the boss. It's a really good boss. And we get the Master Gear and we go back to the Upina herbs immediately. It's the very first thing that we do, effectively, is we go back to the Upina herbs after putting the Master Gear into the Astrolabe. And it fixes the weather of Heinmel. And obviously, Creha at this point is back with our main cast. And we now have 3 out of 4 Master Gears. So, the very first thing they do after putting the Master Gear into the Astrolabe is we go to the UPNs, right? And they're still fucking dead. And to me at this point, this is where I'm just like, game, please give Nayuta a break. Like, you can tell how defeated he is. He's gone through even more, right? He's gone through an entire temple. He's directly fought Salam now, and we know Salam is hella strong. And everything that he's done to get to these Zupina herbs, ultimately are fruitless, right? His efforts don't mean anything, and you can tell Noi is devastated for Nayuta. You can tell Nayuta is devastated, right? There's seemingly at this point nothing they can do, right? They've gotten the Master Gear back. They've been able to fix the climate of this world, and even despite doing all of that, the herbs are still dead. What else can they do? And I like this moment here. Nayuta basically tells Noi, "There's don't worry about it. There's nothing you can do." But then you get another amazing scene. Any scene Creha's in is just incredible because of just how great and interesting her character is. Well, Creha comes through the gate, and immediately Noi's like, "What the fuck? What are you doing here? It's too dangerous, right?" And she effectively wants to help, right? She, you can tell that Creha has been affected pretty heavily by the fact that she has amnesia. It's been weighing on her. It's something that she's thinking about a lot, and it certainly doesn't help that for most of the time, since that she has woken up, she's been alone, right? Naita and Noe have had to go to other worlds to take care of the problems there. Well, this is the very first time we see Creha act with some form of agency. You can tell that because of the very brief relationship that she's formed with Noi and Nayuta, she wants to help. She's concerned for Nayuta's sister. She's concerned that, Nayuta is putting forth all this effort and that it could potentially lead to nothing. So she, on her own, she goes through the gate. On her own, she uses her power. And on her own, she's able to bring back these Upina herbs. Right? Also, really quickly, just to address her power, when she uses her powers, she supposedly has this wing of water light. It's a badass wing, really, really cool. Could this be related to a stigma? Who knows? But very cool. But she brings back the herbs using her powers, which pretty insane. You could say that she has power to control life, right? At this point, these herbs were dead. They're not dead now. Effectively from the before to after, it's the power to control life. And it's pretty crazy what she's able to do here. Anyway, this is your again, this she doesn't remember anything. This is just her moving on instinct, her natural impulses. And it again just adds um more to the fact that Creha is a very naturally caring person. She's very compassionate. Um, she wants very empathetic. She wants to help. She wants to do all these things, but her amnesia is holding her back. So they go back to um to Remnant Isle, and with the Yupina herbs, Doctor Heidel is able to create the cure for Eartha. And you can tell immediately that her symptoms start to get better. And the scene is amazing. Watching Nayuta be so relieved, having Lyra there in the back adds a lot to the scene as well. And this for us is like the first major win of the game, right? We had a large setback. Eartha collapsed. She was dying, and now she's not, and that's really good. Stories need small wins like these to make sure to remind us that yes, we want to root for these main characters, but more importantly, it is possible for them to win. They can grow, they can develop, right? They can get stronger, they can get smarter, and they can arrive to solutions for the problems that the narrative throws at them. And it is so well done, so well executed. The dialogue is very good. Like, look, this is just very, very good camera angle here. Amazing POV. And the reaction of everyone to this, development is great, right? Yeah, even this is like a 2 second, 3 second scene at most, but it adds so much to the impact and the emotion of the scene. Like these are characters that to a lot of people shouldn't matter, but to us they do, right? That's Dorado, that's Serpents, that's Ada, that's Sculp, that's Karina. Like these are characters that we've gone through and talked to in the game, just on our own agency, and we've come to care about these characters, and we know these characters care about Nayuta and Eartha, and seeing them be so happy about her effectively being cured, it's it's good stuff, man. It's really good stuff. And then you get a little bit of exposition. Some time has passed. Eartha has been getting better and better and better. And Noi comes in to check in on Eartha. You get a nice scene between Nayuta and Lyra before this, though, where Lyra is effectively about to confess to Nayuta about her feelings. And I honestly kind of wanted this to go through. I knew it was not going to happen. This whenever you get a scene like this early into the story, it's going to be interrupted in some way. I was just waiting to see who it was. Um, but yeah, Noi interrupts the confession scene to come check in on Eartha. You get some more amazing Lyra dialogue. And so Noi and Nayuta go to check in on Eartha, but then you get something that I really wasn't expecting. Eartha puts on a really serious face, and she basically tells Nayuta, "Hey, I'm not stupid. I knew, you know, that in order to cure me, it was effectively impossible because the cure to my illness, the abyss disease, was from a plant that was extinct. And you are just a 15-year-old boy, and the fact that you're able to find this herb on your own without consulting anyone, bring it here, and allow the doctor to cure me of my illness is not feasible. It's something's going on, and she's probably had an inkling to everything that's been going on, right? She's already met Noi, right? And Noi is an existence that she's never seen before, right? Noi, is very human-like, but she can fucking fly, right? And it's also she's super tiny, right? The fact that Eartha and Lyra have already met Noi should give them cause to wonder, right? something's going on between Nayuta and Noi, right? We don't know what it is, but obviously this isn't just, oh, ha, I found this random fairy in this ruins that fell from the sky, right? No, there's more. There's more to what's going on than meets the eye. But they've kept quiet about it up until now because they felt that it probably wasn't necessary. Well, now Eartha feels that it is necessary for her to know because the fact that Nayuta was able to do this should be impossible. And now, as the big sister, she's worried that if Nayuta is doing the impossible, then that means there's a lot more going on than she probably initially thought. So you get this scene where Eartha puts on a very serious face. She confronts Nayuta and Noi, and she basically wants to know, hey, I think there's this other world that Noi is from, and I think Nayuta, you've been going there with Noi, exploring this world, and I also think it probably has something to do with Signa being missing recently. Please tell me what's going on, right? And this is handled very well, right? She's not forcing them. She's not, blackmailing them or, you know, doing something to kind of force their hand, right? She's asking them. She's asking them very sternly, right? Very strictly. But this is just Eartha, she's coming to this from the perspective of family of Nayuta, right? She wants to know because she's concerned, because she cares. And I think this is communicated to Noi and to Nayuta, and they tell her everything. And this is a big moment, right? This is the very first time that someone um, knows about the world of Terra and everything that's been going on about Creha, about Zex, about Signa, about Salam, right? Eartha supposedly knows everything, and she's never been to Terra. She's the only one, right? Every other character that knows about the existence of Terra has the ability to go from Terra to Nayata's world, Sea of Ciencia, right? Except now, Eartha. So they explain everything, you know. Eartha, we get a nice scene of her reacting to all this. And basically, uh, they establish Nayata's goals, his ambitions, and um, this is enough to establish and trust with Nayata and Eartha that yes, there's a lot going on, but he's going to be okay. I trust that he's going to handle this. But she gives a condition. She wants to meet Creha. And this is an amazing story decision, right? Creha obviously is our heroine. She needs to be important, so we need to give her as much screen time as possible. But what's the best way to do that within the narrative, right? She's a person of mythos, right? She should theoretically be in the Garden of Stars at all times, protected from Zex, protected from Salon, right? But if she's in the Garden of Stars, she's alone, right? There's no way to develop her character. There's no way to kind of have her character interact with anyone else besides Nayanta and Noi. And that's not going to happen often either because Nayanta and Noi are always off doing their own thing in Terra. So what's the best way to, give Creha more screen time to start really developing as her as a character, to start forming new character dynamics? Well, the answer is simple, right? Have the narrative form around her so that she's able to come to Remnant Isle. And so having her effectively be the person who was able to save Eartha it would make a lot of sense for Eartha then to respond in kind and want to bring Creha here. And by bringing Creha here, she gets exposed to Remnant Isle and allowing her to stay. And obviously, Noi and Nayata's reactions are ones of shock, but it makes sense for this to happen, right? So you go back to the garden, you get a nice scene of Geo. It's kind of like, and you learn that whenever Nayata and Noi go off on their own, exploring the world of Terra to try to stop Zext and Salam, that Geo comes to the Garden of Stars to protect Creha and the Garden of Stars itself. Would make sense. This is a nice kind of this is some nice plot writing to make sure that there's you're covering potential plot holes, right? You also get a scene on the fact that Argol Argyle being the administrator that is in charge of Heinmel, it's going to take a bit more to release him because he's the most seasoned administrator out of them all. He's the strongest, so it would make sense that Salam and Zext wanted to keep Argyle more more tightly secured than the others. But we ask him that where's Creha, and this is the very first time this is directly addressed. But it's something that I think we as a player, and not just we as a player, but Nayuta and Noi as well, we've had the sense that Creha has been struggling, right? She's been struggling with the fact that she has amnesia. She's lonely. She's a bit depressed, right? And Geo now directly addresses that, right? And now Nayata and Noi, now that it's been directly brought to their minds, right? They want to help her. So we go take a look at Creha, like, hey, how's it going? And we invite her over, basically. And this still shows, how shy and meek Creha is, right? As soon as we invite her to, Nayata's house to meet Eartha, she asks Noi if that's okay. This, we did get a small moment of her having agency in this chapter, right? When she on her own goes to Heinmel and revives the herbs, right? The Yupina herbs. But it's just a small moment, right? It's not gonna be something like, oh, I all of a sudden have learned or recovered a little bit of my memories, or even if I haven't recovered a bit of my memories, I feel now more confident that I'll be able to act on my own more, even though I haven't. No, not again. Koreha has been acting mostly solely on instinct and impulse. And this is not a moment for that. This is a moment that's relaxed, not very tense, right? And so now that she's been brought this proposition to her from Nayata, she doesn't know what to do, right? She asks Noi, right? Is this okay? Do I have your permission, right? There's not a lot of agency going on here, and it just adds more weight to the fact that, yeah, this amnesia is weighing heavily on her. She doesn't know what to do. She doesn't know how to decide. She's scared. She's afraid. She's lonely. And then you kind of when Noi gives her permission, she says, "Yeah, I'd like to see your world. Let me go with you." And Nayata even comments on this. She seems to be a little more engaged, and this is something that I I immediately noticed. Right, I for the longest time I wanted Creha to be at Remnant Isle. I learned that she had amnesia, I was like, okay, what is the best way to make a character that has amnesia interesting in your story? For them to slowly recover from their amnesia, but more importantly, for them to slowly form their personality and their identity together by interacting with more characters and with new experiences, right? Stimulus. That's what Remnant Isle can provide Creha. It's stimulus. It's new experiences, right? Talking to more people, right? This is going to be so good now to see Creha slowly come into her own to becoming her own person again, even without her memories, as she spends more and more time in Remnant Isle. And Nayata immediately recognizes this. So you go back to Remnant Isle with Creha. You get an amazing scene with her and Lyra, where Lyra basically is like, "Oh, Nayuta, you're with another girl of your age, and she's absolutely gorgeous." And Lyra's like, what's going on here? Like, I'm Creha. Like, Creha is very beautiful. Like, even compared to all the other like female characters in the game, you can tell that Creha is a special existence, right? She looks human, right? And to a certain extent, she might be human, but you can tell that she's special just upon seeing her. Anyway, Lyra starts freaking out. She's like, "Oh my god, I have competition now. A love rival." This is very like fairy tale Juvia esque, right? So you go back to Nayata's house. Uh, Kreha and Eartha meet finally. This is a big moment because this is a very important character in Eartha that has finally been brought into the fold of the major narrative, right? And now, immediately, the game follows up on that and has her meet Creha. So you get some more amazing dialogue, some nice exchanges between each of these characters, and you get to again what I think a lot of us expected, which is Eartha, you know, giving Creha the proposition that hey, why don't you stay with us? Spending time with everyone here on the island, might help you get your memories back, but more importantly, it's gonna help you, develop, as a person. Because if you don't get your memories back, you still have to be a person, right? You can't just be, aimless and wandering the depths of your mind forever. Kreha has to, make new memories, right? Develop a new personality, develop a new sense of self. And spending time in Remnant Isle with people not might isn't just going to help her recover her memories. It's also going to help her do that. It's going to help her, become a new person, become who this new Kreha could be. So amazing scene. She takes obviously Kreha takes up Eartha on the offer, and then you get a scene with Zext and Salam. One thing that I really quickly want to point out here before we stop the discussion: this could be referring to Kreha. It has crossed over to the other world, and that would be pretty crazy if that's the case, because he refers to Kreha as an it, suggesting that Zex potentially doesn't even see Kreha as a person, more as a thing or an object, right? This could be referring to something else as well, right? This could be like a misdirection of some kind, right? But if it's not, and he is referring to Kreha, that's pretty crazy because supposedly Zex is Kreha's father. But this is addressing the next world, which is seemingly called La Wurg, right? And an exchange between Salam and Zex, and basically, once again, reestablishing the fact that this potentially is not this is not the true world. This is the false world of some kind. And then the chapter ends. Amazing chapter. This has been our longest discussion yet, about almost an hour. But I think I think we needed to have this long of a discussion because this is an amazing chapter. This 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 chapter 3 was really the first time playing Nayuta that I felt that okay, everything that they've been setting up, everything that they've been developing within the game and the story is finally coming into fruition. So yeah, amazing stuff. Really, really, really good stuff. Okay, so like I said, I'm gonna take a bit of a break as we usually do after finishing our discussions. When we come back, we're gonna be doing a little bit of Nayuta. It's gonna be mostly the introduction to the chapter, and then some of the side stuff that we have to do once we get the introduction to the chapter done. I don't think we're gonna be doing a lot of actual combat and gameplay today. It's mostly gonna be just us, talking to people, all that jazz. So, anyway, thanks, guys. We'll be right back. We're back stream. We're here. Night time. Anyway, so there was something I wanted to say, but I completely forgot. Oh, the controller issue that we had last time on stream. So, again, sorry about that. Probably won't happen again. So I've elected to just unplug my PlayStation 5 from the wall every time I stream. That way, my controller never connects to it while we're playing something live. So, controller is working, as you guys can see. So, we're going to go ahead and jump right in. Oh, I say that, and immediately my controller stops working. Wait, what's going on? Well, it's definitely not connected to my PlayStation at the moment. Scuff stream. Okay. Last time this happened, I had to exit the game and restart stream by like doing this. Ugh. Okay. Alright. Yep, there we go. Controller working. Press play. Now we should be good to go. Oh, yes. Something I forgot to do was the OP. Well, again, I think I probably missed my window to do the OP. So, we'll start doing it next time. And controller turned off again. Oh man, what's going on? Okay, let's give it a try one more time. Go to this overlay while I end up fixing all this. Sorry about this, guys. Here I am saying that I tested all this pre-stream and like it should be just fine. And it was working just fine before the stream. So I guess more extensive testing is needed. But now we can bring up the OP and play it once we're ready. But more importantly than that, I need to be able to actually play the game. So ugh. Okay, just unplug the cable. Let me see if maybe I need to restart Steam. Or maybe if we just launched a game. Yeah, it looks like the controller's working now. It could be kind of a crappy cable kind of thing, right? Who knows? Anyway, let's bring up the OP. Because stream is already scuffed enough anyway. We'll give it a watch. And on to Nayuta. Sorry to blast your ears like that. Queen! This is the second time I've ever seen this OP, because I have not watched it since we saw it in-game for the first time. Anime Remnant Isle. There's our boy. There's our other boy. The song is really good too. Definitely a very Cold Steel 1, Cold Steel 2-esque song. Queen! Up to the stars. Very good stuff. Alright. Hopefully. Keyword is hopefully. Controller doesn't screw up on us. So, chapter 4. Let's jump right in. I'll be off then. Lady Creha, if you meet any bad humans, make sure you run away immediately. And I'll be sure to get even with them later. Okay. There's no one like that in this village. You can take your time and walk around the island. I'm sure you'll find many interesting things. Thank you. I'll do that. Stay safe, both of you. Oh. I guess it's time to head back to Terra then. And I need to track down Zex and Signa. As usual, we'll start by searching for new reactions with the Astrolabe. Makes sense to me. No, let me talk to all the villagers. The final key. Ooh. I got a hit! I found where Signa and Zex are. It's La Ward, the continent of origin southeast of here. Finally, the fourth continent. We've really come a long way. If Zex stops the temple in La Ward too, it might lead to an irreversible anomaly. For now, we'll just have to go after them. On the other hand, if we can retrieve the fourth master here, yeah, then the Astrolabe will be fully functional again. And then we can restore the... I apologize. The past 10 minutes have been very stuffed. Anyway. And then we can restore the temples to their original state. We're nearly to the end of our battle against Zex. Don't forget, we still have to find Signa. I haven't seen him since that time. Don't worry, I'm sure he's fine. Also, I know we can access La Ward now, but maybe we should go to Heimdall first. We should be able to free Argyle now. Oh, okay. You're right. We've kept him waiting long enough, so maybe we should do that first. Let's get going. You got it! The continent of origin is pretty crazy. Autumn has been unlocked for Einwell, the land of sacred peaks. Very nice. Alrighty then. It looks pretty cool, the Astrolabe does, with more massive gears, because it's got those, you know, pillars of color. Oh, this is progressing a lot faster than I thought. So we've got... I think what we'll do is we'll do the side quests, we'll free Argyle, and then depending on how long we've been streaming by then, we might stop there. So okay. I want to go say hi to Queen. Nope. This is the real Queen. Oh, Nora, you don't have anything for me? Hello. No, she's excited, you can tell. Oh. Hello. Glad to see you up and walking again. That does like, hey, hold on now.
Shall I make a lunchbox?
I think we have all
Come
three,
by again
right?
when you're hungry.
Okay, cool. Where is she sleeping? I'm guessing with Eartha in her bed, right? That's the only thing that I could think of. Because I don't think she'd sleep with us. Okay. Side quest galore. Oh my god, everyone's in here. Post Eartha reaction stuff, very cool. Is that a saying? I agree with you, Dorado, but let's keep the simping to a minimum for my sister. Unless Nayuta starts to simp for Eartha, because I definitely simp for Eartha. I mean, you're the doctor, though. And he probably kept Eartha's symptoms as manageable as possible, you know, while Nayuta was away, so. Well, Lyra has had a revelation, or maybe revelation is not the right word, but let's just say Lyra isn't doing hot at the moment. Martin. Bro, Eartha was 15 when their parents died. That's insane. That's the same age Nayuta is now. You drunk? How's it going, Ursa? Oh. Hello, you guys still fighting? Yep. Oh. Oh, hello. Lyra, you're also very pretty. Okay, good. It's not like I don't. Okay, sure. So she's still gonna fight. Nayuta, you're a hot commodity amongst the village, seemingly. Kenny, your husband is drunk. Aww. That's a really good line. All the adults in the village are your parents. That's really cute. It sounded kind of unnatural. Again, acknowledging Signa. It does feel like it's been quite a while since we've seen him, right? Also, let's go ahead and grab the side quest. I would have thought we would have gotten a glimpse at Signa in Chapter 3. But, guess not. Oh. So, there's addressing what we just saw in the inn. Oh, Sasha. Oh, so this is the same thing as ore, basically. If we find something new, get them to Sasha, and she can create more stuff for Moy.
Welcome. Come again.
Oh yeah, the people of Remnant Isle are very good people. Oh, that's a hello. How's it going? Hey, you guys are still here. That's not a local specialty. Well, I guess kind of like well, I guess local specialty. I immediately think of food, but it looks like they know that's not that it's not food. Abstract. Does Earth have a rifle? The dialogue has been really good so far. Anyone down here? Maybe the grave has some new dialogue? Hey. Oh. Yeah, he definitely has. He's grown a lot.
Come on in.
Okay. Okay, so nothing. No.
See you next time.
Columba. Hey, I love Columba, man. He's definitely one of my favorite villagers. He's such a genuine guy. He just has trouble expressing his thoughts. Lupus, you gotta chill, brother. I wonder if the whole village eventually will know what's going on. That'd be pretty insane. So I always thought they were like husband and wife. It's apparently that's father-daughter. It's my bad, I guess. Well, so I mean, you guys take care of yourselves first, and then you can come visit Eartha. Orbis, how's it going? Oh, we gotta talk to him again. Aw, he's proud. Alright, down here. What do you have for me today? Long accumulated distortions. A very particular word choice there. Who are you? Okay, it's just probably just like the barrel of this game, right? From Cold Steel. Barrel just was like knowing everything. Apparently Aquila also knows everything. Oh. Play a date with Belle. Yeah, we'll bring him back, don't worry. Hey! A town feast? That'd be really cool. Oh. I would love to have like a town feast. That'd be really cool. And it'd be really cool if we had Creha there. Hey, you guys are back. Yeah, she fought hard. Maybe they're talking about the daughter? I think the daughter's name was Elisa? Oh! The fuck you doing here? Hey! How's it going, guys? Ooh. He's very smart. We'll find out. Okay, that's a bit creepy, Volans. Control your boss. Oh! Wait, what? That's Cologne, I didn't even read the name. I mean, you look just as nice as her, so.
Oh, hello. Thank you.
Nice to hear her voice, actually, also officially. And I'm guessing Cologne is in here. Not Cologne. Caleb is in here. Hi, Caleb. Hmm. Her glasses aren't too strong. Very different prescriptions, I see. That should be everyone, right? Okay, so very first thing we want to do is this side quest. Victor. Oh, he has a character profile. Hey, yo, bitch. Eclair. Not even close, it was not Elisa. Eclair. Very oblivious parents. God damn, chill. Reminds me a little bit of a very certain group of NPCs in Trails Through Daybreak who have a somewhat similar side quest. Where the parents are like at each other's throats and a child is just caught in between, unfortunately. Hmm. Oh no. Yeah, Crux was suggesting that earlier. God damn, the villagers treat Eclair better than her parents. Also, another like nice detail is that the father was like, "Oh, a weapon shop doesn't seem like somewhere my daughter would want to go," and then it's the complete opposite. The daughter has this natural curiosity for blacksmithing. It goes to show like how they're out of touch with their daughter, with Eclair's life as parents. Oh, wrong way. Crux! Or Pupus, or Pupus. I think it's Pupus. That's what he was complaining about. Heading towards the village. Maybe you? Nope. You? Up. What kind of racket you're running here? What if I don't do anything? So do I have to pay the 2K Mira, or can I talk to like one of these? Oh. The other way, so maybe over here? Is she with, No. Maybe to the beach, I'm guessing? There's no one here. Let's go try Orvis. I do think I'm just gonna have to pay the 2,000 Mira. It'd be pretty cool if there was like a second solution though. It does kind of seem to be someone on the street. We can try the museum, but yeah, I do think we're just gonna have to pay the 2,000 Mira. Okay, we'll talk to you. Did we try Sasha yet? Or the inn would be the last one. But why would she come back here? Because her parents are here, right? Charge me 2,000 Mira. Okay, they are. Oh. All right. Can she control star energy? Wait. Huh? Oh, the ruins, maybe. Oh, okay. Maybe she's in Terra. Man, I didn't think about checking Terra. I probably could have saved my Mira, couldn't I? Do I have to go talk to Noi? What? This is crazy. This is just a side quest and someone just stumbled upon Terra. Oh my god, hello. You're back in here again? Again? Hello. Yeah. I mean, every time we've seen Victor and Pencula, they've been hostile towards one another. It's more than fair. This is true. I also think this is mostly on the parents. I'll show her the Astrolaw. Good on the parents for taking accountability. Okay. Oh! Chill, yeah. I'm a little... Good side quest, I liked it. I will. Good. So genuinely caring parents that just let their emotions get the better of them and they just started to fight a lot, and their daughter's influence after finally being honest with them and direct with them seemingly has fixed the relationship, or has started to fix the relationship. Good side quest. Hey Noi, any unique dialogue? Okay. Oh, the star fragment. What would this be of? So we haven't gone to La Ward. Whoa, holy shit. This could be La Warg, to be honest. Very cool looking. Maybe the game assumes that you've already been there, right? Because we have the option to go there. Okay, so we already went to the weapon shop. There is nothing new. So, I mean, there's nothing stopping us from just going to rescue our boy Argol. Oh, it's definitely... That's definitely La Warg in that star fragment. We're gonna go here first. So this is Autumn. I think I would like to free Argol first and then go back here and do that. What? Are we fully cleared on this? Probably not, right? Yeah, okay, so we need a crystal here. Okay, good. Oh. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and release Argyle, and then I think we're gonna stop. Like I said, short stream today. Ooh, the music! Defeat at least 30 monsters. Okay, pretty easy, I think. Oh, hell yeah, the music is really... Oh my god! You are, a bit scary, good sir. Also, these guys have a much larger health pools than I am comfortable with. Nice. Oh god! How much damage does that do? That does a lot of damage. I guess we need something with poison resistance on it. Hold on. Is there something with poison resistance?
Come on in.
No, all this gives us is...
See you next time.
maybe a food. Well, maybe we already have the food. Didn't want to eat it, but okay. Oh, it's not you that I talked to. It's you.
Shall I make a lunchbox?
I'm normal status recovery. Is there like a... So we only have a normal status recovery. Which is the one that gives us the... Which one can we make the most? This one.
Be sure you eat it all up. Come by again when you're hungry.
Okay. Oh.
Level up.
So we're gonna get poisoned here. And now... Oh! That was pretty quick, actually. I think as long as we use all the poisons, we'll be fine. So let's see, is there anything over here? Yeah. Jump properly. Hello.
You got this, Nayuta.
I can't be losing health like that. I'm sorry, Nayuta. We'll get out of the poison soon. So it does recover our health. Oh, if we only hit the leaves, we don't get poisoned. Good to know. So basically, parkour, you bitch ass. And don't be bad, is what it's basically telling me. I am trying to see if there's like a crystal that we're missing potentially. No, I don't think there's a crystal over there. I think we're good. Okay, we've got 11 destroyed. We've got 1 crystal, and so we need 2 crystals left and the chest. Well, Argyle's right here, so let's go ahead and free him. The ice is completely melted. Are you alright, Argyle? At last, the time has finally come for me to be freed from the cage.
Nayuta, break the stone that controls the barrier. Right. We'll begin with this one. Then we'll take that one. No, that should do. Stay back. Huh? He's strong as fuck. Oh, oh damn, he's big.
It seems Zext stole most of my power.
I kinda got the voice close, didn't I?
I may not be fully recovered, but still, I should rejoice that I am free.
I only broke one. Nice work, Argyle!
I apologize for the trouble I've caused you, and I thank you for liberating me. The more I see you together, the stranger a pair you make. Quickly, tell me what has been happening.
I see. So the masked man has claimed the name of Sir Salam. I knew it. What do you mean? His swordsmanship matched Sir Salam's. Unfortunately, the doubt that realization stirred in me gave him the chance to catch me off guard. So he is the real one. But Sir Salam was never a man who would harm Terra. He despises immorality and always wields his power for the weak. Even if Zext is the head of the people of Mythos, Salam would not obey him in this. Maybe he's not Salam, or perhaps he's being manipulated. Though, I did feel he had a very strong conviction in him.
I am Salam. Salam El-Ordine. And as for our mission, we will restore this world to its true form. That's all.
What's going on here? I don't know. Perhaps this is not the place to discuss such a difficult topic. You should ask them their true intentions. And I will give you the power to do so, boy. Come hither. Noi! Yeah! Gear shield. Okay, nice. This is Argyl's power. It shall protect you from all things. With most of my power stolen, I will not be able to stand with you against them. But while I cannot help you directly, I can at least watch over you from the temple. Thank you. Just leave the rest to us. Bye, Argyl, and thank you for the poison resistance. Argyl will be fine on his own. So let's get going to the continent of Laward. Yeah. But first, we need to get our stars. Okay, so we can't attack. And we can walk across water and snow. Well, we can attack. Well, this is insane. Oh god, it's not permanent. That's good to know.
Here I go!
Maybe we have to do this.
Here I go!
How do we get up there?
Here I go!
I feel like this is very clearly intended for us to get up there. Okay. Like there's even a thing for... Maybe like a... No, we already did charge attack. Maybe arts? Huh. No, oops. Oh, if we use the shield, the poison goes away quicker too. Okay. Well, we'll keep going. Huh? Oh. That's good to know. That's good to know. Oh my god, that's far. Hold on. No, we might as well just wait to do it again. There's no poison here. Come at me, bitches! Oh my god! He was just waiting. He was like, I got him. I got him, boys. We're definitely supposed to hit that, but yeah, I was upset. It's probably a crystal of some kind over here. Second crystal obtained! Now we just need the third crystal and the chest and to kill 30 monsters, which we're well on our way of doing so. Nice. We needed the health, to be honest. Into the poison we go. Now, really quickly, let's just check to make sure there's no potential crystals that we're missing. It doesn't look like it. Okay. Gotta wait for our energy to come back. And we go!
You got this, Nayuta!
That happened. I don't think we have to use. Oh, hello. I don't think we have to use a shield for that. I think we just have to jump at the right time. Hello. Sure. Oh my god. Oh. Oh, I thought we died. Oh my god, I have 1 health. We just got like, yeah, we got triple teamed. Hey, yo, chill! This stupid bug. Yeah, that was pretty crazy. We got like, we got hit by the bug, then we got hit by the plant, and then we got hit by the dragon, and then we fell. Oh, hello. What's up here? Nice. Oh! Damn, it's not as good. The Rondel's better. It looks really cool, though. The Rondel seems to be really strong. I'm guessing that this second row is for, like, two-handed weapons, which means the Rondel might be the second strongest sword in the game. Or the third strongest sword in the game. Which also kind of means that we're kind of close to finishing the game, and I don't want it to end. No.
Here I go!
I want more Nayuta. Which kind of sucks. I did want a bit more time with Creha, right? In the story and interacting with the villagers. Maybe they could do like a time skip. What here? Is there like a... Is there a thing that we forgot to hit? I don't think so. It wasn't up here, was it? And I just missed it completely? Nope. Oh, it might be behind. Oh. We can just walk behind it. Well, we have everything, right? Yeah, we've gotten the chest, we've gotten all 3 crystals, we just need to get to the end now. Which we should be, like, right at the end. Oh, that was close. These stupid bugs, man. It's okay, because I'm the best Legend of Nayuta gamer in the world. Alright, we need to be careful when we need to jump and dodge immediately. It's okay if we take damage, we just don't want to fall. Okay. This way. Bam. Boom. Bop. Channel my inner Mario parkour skills. And this is probably the end. One last quick boss, and that'll be probably it. One flying, one on the ground. Get dodge, bitch. Easy peasy, not even close. Bone and rigid meat. Oh shit. It's okay. And my impatience got the better of me. Nice. Oh. And I think that's where we're gonna stop, but we'll do like an official send-off.
Way to go!
We have a lot of mirror now. Oh, we got a sword skill. Let's do that first. Bro, my controller. Well, good timing. So we'll do the sword. We'll do the sword skill first thing tomorrow. We have a lot to do. Oh, no, controller's back. I think. No. Ah. Controller. Okay, controller's not back. Okay, so we need a save. Which means we need to figure out what the save button is. It's not that. That'd be escape for sure. There we go. We'll save here. Very scuffed stream today. But I mean, is it really a Ghoulio stream if it isn't scuffed? Oh, that's not okay, let's go ahead and exit. All right. So, like I said, short stream today. That was always the plan. So really fun chapter. Next time we're gonna be doing more Nayuta. We'll do a recap, even though we didn't do much today. It'll be probably the smallest recap that we've ever done of Nayuta, because we barely did anything. But yeah, so some general items. So first week of streaming, pretty much done. in the books because the plan is to not stream tomorrow. So no stream tomorrow. Sorry, but I need a couple of days off. And then normally, like I said before, if you guys caught the stream, we would be we would not be streaming on Monday, but this Monday, this one that's coming up here in just a couple of days, we will be doing a very short stream. I want to say like an hour max, maybe even less than that, probably even less than that. It's going to be a just chatting stream, and it's basically going to be me just talking about the first week of streaming that we had. Right, I've learned a lot already. There's more for me to learn. The world of streaming is expansive. There's so much that you can do and look into. Right, so I thought it'd be nice to kind of take some time, kind of review live with my imaginary audience because that's what it is, right? But also, it'd be good to kind of concentrate my thoughts and formulate my thoughts, right, on what my goals are with streaming. If I even have any goals, right? What we need to improve on, what we can do better, right? Stuff like that. So that's gonna be Monday. So that'll be 30 minutes, 45 minutes to 30 minutes to an hour, basically. And then we'll probably be done. If there's a chance that we also do Gotcha Monday on Monday, right? We might like go through, do all of our weeklies and dailies in Star Rail and Zenless Zone Zero and Wuthering Waves, right? So if we do that, it'll be slightly longer of a stream, but yeah, it's regardless, it's going to be a fairly short stream. So that's happening on Monday. No stream tomorrow on Sunday. But probably either Tuesday or Wednesday we'll be back with another Nayuta stream, and that will be a full Nayuta stream. We'll do the regular at the very minimum 3 to 4 hours of Nayuta, and it's going to be even longer than usual because of the fact that their story recap that we do at the very start of our streams is going to be much shorter. So it's going to be a pretty lengthy Nayuta chapter, pretty lengthy Nayuta stream. It will we'll definitely finish the chapter that we're on currently, which is chapter 4. We might even start the next chapter. So that's going to be happening either Tuesday or Wednesday. I haven't decided yet. So anyway, so that's going to be all for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm really enjoying Nayuta. We are, I feel like, in the second half of the game, getting closer to the end, so that does make me a bit sad. So we are going to have to bid goodbye to Nayuta. I did know it was a pretty short game when I started it, but unfortunately, there is not more content that of the game that we can do. But thank you guys so much for watching. It was an amazing time. Sorry for the short stream, but even then, I had a lot of fun. I will catch you guys next time. See you then.